For all my fellow coffee lovers out there, did you ever notice someone's reaction when you tell them how much coffee you actually drink? Why is that? While the caffeine in our coffee is technically a drug, and by definition, it's a chemical substance that alters our mood or behavior, is it really that bad for us? And do we really need to give up our daily cup of joe in order to benefit our health? I don't think so. In fact, more and more studies are proving that caffeine, more specifically caffeinated coffee, may actually be pretty beneficial to our health. Caffeine works on the central nervous system by increasing our body's ability to make energy. It crosses the blood-brain barrier fairly easy, and when it does, it accomplishes two things. Number one, it inactivates some of the chemicals that send that sleepy message to your brain, thereby allowing you to stay alert for longer periods of time. And number two, caffeine actually increases your body's production of adrenaline, which allows your muscles to work harder for longer periods of time. It's actually this latter reason that up until 2004, the World Anti-Doping Agency actually prohibited Olympic athletes from using caffeine before an event. Because of its stimulant properties, caffeine has raised some concern regarding its effects on one's heart. However, most of these concerns have been proven to be unfounded. For example, in 2007, a wide-scale study of 155,500 women in the United States over the course of a 12-year span were studied. The purpose of the study was to find out specifically the effects of caffeine on hypertension. And what the study did is it actually raised more questions than it did answers. It found that women that consumed caffeine through soft drinks and sodas actually did have an increased risk for hypertension. However, women who consumed caffeine through their coffee did not. But could our need for our daily Java Jolt really be beneficial to our health? Some studies say yes. And according to Donald Humsfeld of the Division of Preventative Medicine at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, he says, and I quote, "We always hear about tea, and especially green tea, being a good source of antioxidants. But it's been reported that coffee may be the largest source of antioxidants among people who drink it. These antioxidants have been proven to fight diseases such as diabetes, Parkinson's disease, gallstones, and even some forms of cancer. In addition to that, caffeine itself has been found to lower your cholesterol, thereby decreasing your risk of developing Alzheimer's later in life. That being said, there are some people who should avoid consuming too much caffeine, and children fall in this category. It's been shown that children are more vulnerable to the effects of caffeine and keep those effects for longer periods of time. While adults get the majority of their caffeine from coffee, children get the majority of their caffeine through things like soft drinks. When children consume caffeine, it inhibits their sleep. And because it inhibits their sleep, it interferes with the child's ability to focus and to concentrate, and may even make some children fidgety the next day at school. There's actually some specialists that believe that many children who are diagnosed with disorders such as ADD and ADHD are simply sleep deprived and are consuming too much caffeine. So it's best that if you have children, to limit, if not totally eliminate, their caffeine use. Someone wise once said, everything in moderation, and this holds true for things like caffeine. However, scientific research is really giving we Java drinkers something to cheer about. So the next time someone starts to lecture you about drinking too much caffeine, just feel confident that now you know some of the facts, and most likely, they're just spreading most of the hype. Thanks.